Willie D Live.
I was like, damn, you ain't never lying. So when I talk to kids at school, at these schools, I be like, so let me get this straight. You in this alternative school because you was fighting? Wow. Crazy to me. Mad for free? These people get paid millions of dollars, thousands of dollars to do that for money. And here you are in alternative school, mad for free. And some of these little boys get it. They're like, because what did you get out of that besides being in this alternative school?
Yeah, it got to be broken down because, growing up, I used to hear people say all the time, you can be anything you want to be in the world. You can be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you can be a scientist, but, you got to go to school, make good grades, listen to your parents. But they didn't break it down like they didn't say, hey, well, what if your parents are crackheads? You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to listen to your parents because your parents ain't making the best decisions if they're crackheads. They don't break down that you should not steal out the store if you want to be the president of the United States. You shouldn't be stealing and robbing folks. You really got to break stuff all the way down to the last compound for people to really understand, because nobody ever told me you can't be beating up your classmates because these are going to be your first constituents. These are going to be the first people that vote for you. They start out voting for you when you run for things like class president or student body count or whatever that is, whatever those things are. Those people are going to be the people, they're going to be the first people that vote for you. The people that you go to school with, the people that are in your community, those are going to be your first supporters. And so they're not going to pick somebody to lead who they're afraid who gave them a black eye. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so nobody ever told me all of those other things. They just told me, well, you just go to school, make good grades, listen to your parents,
Did you know you wanted to be in politics? Did you know that you wanted constituents? But somebody told you to treat people kind.
Right. But it's got to be broken. But I think it has to be broken down, and that's what I learned to do. Like what you did with those students at that alternative school. I did the same thing when I went to alternative schools in the past. I haven't been in a while, but I've learned to break it down because it needed to be broken down to me, and it wasn't. So I understood that because it wasn't, I got into a lot of trouble. But if it had been broken down to me, perhaps I would have saw some things differently. What are some things? Is there a thing in your past that you considered to be a failure at the time, but now you look back and you consider it a blessing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. How many things? It's been times that I didn't get something and not realizing at the time that it wasn't for me. I wanted it so bad, but it really wasn't for me. I was conforming to I was looking at somebody else's success thinking that's how you do it. But it wasn't for me. Like, say, going to a network. I used to want a Netflix special. I used to want HBO special. I used to want Showtime special. I used to want all that. And then I got a Comedy Central special. And what happened? Get the Comedy Central special, not really realizing that Comedy Central is not a comedy haven anymore. It's a comedy network. They got all type of programming going on. So I shoot the Comedy Central special, and then they air it one time because of their programming. How do I get to the next level when you only aired it one time? When HBO was airing People's Special on all 8 of their networks for hours and days and weeks, it was only one isolated moment, and if you didn't catch it at 11:59 at night
PM, yeah.
so they could, for it to be on LA time. How does that work out for me? But I'm thinking being on a network is the gold. No. So then after that, I understood a little bit that you want more exposure than one time. And you need more exposure than one time.
Well, you can get that on Netflix. Let me ask you this.
Netflix wasn't around, but then the other thing is Netflix has so many things on there. They have so much programming on there. They have a comedy section, a drama section, TV section. Now, that doesn't come with marketing besides on their network.
Just putting it up on the screen.
Yeah. So, and it's so many analytics to their situation, and then they own it.